guys, this is Liam here with another update on my layout. So, first of all, where should we start? Well, I think we'll just start at this end because there's a bike there and I won't be able to get through there, so I'll just start at this end and work my way around. As you can see, nothing's really changed at this end that I can think of, or that I can see. I have actually put like a nice wall in there, like a stone wall, but we'll come back to that later. Coming around, this whole area has been ballasted now, which I'm pretty sure it wasn't done in my last update. Really should have checked. The footpaths have been taken out here because I have decided to go ahead with the idea of putting in a road. I've also just sort of momentarily placed that there. That is not official, that's just what I placed there, which is just a little brown fence I had, and I went over it with some cream so it's like a GWR livery fence. Wow, I'm babbling. Anyways, coming further around, as you can see, I completely refurbished the yard. It looks completely different now to what it did in the last update. There's all grey ballast, and that there was all grey ballast. But now, the camera's not picking it up properly, it's making it look really yellow actually. But basically I've come in and I've taken this ballast here, which is like a light browny colour, and basically matched it with the same colour of paint and then put a wash over it. I actually did do a video on how to do this, but I'm having trouble with my editing software, so I can't seem to be able to get that to get to a state so I can upload it to YouTube. Anyway, coming further around, the water tower has been repainted. It does need another repaint because, well, funny story for some. Basically, along the edge of the roof here, I've now come in with like a nice brown colour, or like a dark cream, very GWR I think personally. And I thought that looked really good, and so I thought, well, the water tower was actually quite a dark brown on the lining, and so I thought I'll paint it with that, and in this light it actually makes it look purple. So that's going to need fixing. Another thing that I've done is I've taken away the hut that was there, and I've just put it in the yard there. That's not permanent, that's just an idea on where it could sit. I have actually had thoughts about maybe placing it there or something, but I'll just keep it there for now. Coming further around, I think I've covered everything there. Well, I have actually put some realistic coal in there. Oh, that's right, and I've also started making some static grass tufts, as you can see there. Why? There we go. Just to add a bit of depth and realism to the layout, and so far everything's looking pretty good. What else have we done? Oh, fence has fallen over. Right, yes, of course, what I have also done is I have gotten hold of some lovely ratio station fences. I've painted them like a darker kind of colour than they were. They were just white before, like the gate there. So I've painted them, and that's fallen over. Nothing's too permanent on the station at the moment because I'm actually going to hopefully get hold of some new platforms from Scaledale, resin platforms obviously, because they are so much nicer than these plastic ones that I have at the moment. So I sort of do plan to get hold of those, and so nothing's sort of stuck down. It's all just there to look good. This is, yeah, the fences are all held down with blue tack. That's why they keep falling over. Anyways, coming further around, I've basically also removed all the grey ballast from this area somewhat. Either taken it, like removed it with a screwdriver by peeling it all off, or just gone over it with the brown ballast. The paint here is still drying, but here I've come in and I've also added a nice sort of undertone which will have a wash eventually, which I need to get around to doing, and it should hopefully look somewhat like that. Oh, that also reminds me, I need to get hold of a coal stage which will just go on this wee flat bit here. And also, big ideas, completely forgot to mention this. This bridge here will probably be taken out, so I'll just gently place that there. Probably be taken out, and where that paddock there is, and that footpath is, will all be ripped out, and here. And what I plan to do is put a level crossing in and make a road coming across there, and I'm going to fill in this gap because there's so much potential in that area, and I don't really need to have a gap there, to be honest. I don't use it at all because I've got long enough arms to be able to reach across there, and that area there is even shorter than that gap, if that makes sense. So I don't really need for there to be a hole there, so I'm just going to fill that in and extend that hill. And so basically what the idea is there's going to be a road coming across there, and it's going to come out to about here, maybe take out some of the allotments, I don't know, and the yard's going to come further out. And with that that fence kit from Ratio came this holding up the right way, yard gate. Well, it's meant to be like a platform gate, but I thought that's an ideal size for a yard gate in, you know, any 00 scale or HO scale or even S scale automobile or vehicle of some form could fit through that. So that'll go there to the entrance of the yard, only it'll be about there, so that's why it's not installed. And also the road will then link up to there, and that will give that road a meaning to be there, and it'll also give the yard a better idea of not total isolation. Other than a gravel road going away from the town, which wasn't very cleverly thought out on my behalf. Anyways, across the road from where the yard's going to be, I'm probably planning on putting in getting some Metcalf for some, maybe, I don't know, Scenecraft or whatever, if you know any good workers' cottages, even like the ones that came with the Your Model Railway Village. If I can get hold of some of them, even would be great, just to put across the road from that, so that would give a reason to have that little pedestrian gate as well. And so that is that for that area, I think. Coming further round, again, I have also taken out the ballast there because I also plan to put rodding along there next to the track, and I thought, well, rather than having rodding in the ballast, which would be okay, but it probably wouldn't be too level and it might look a bit messy and stuff, I thought it's kind of classic from what I've seen, to just have a little flat bit next to the tracks where the ballast doesn't quite reach, or if it has, it's been stomped into the ground and compacted, and have rodding along there. Anyways, coming further round, this area here is somewhat complete, I also have tried to strip out some of the ballast in there, which it's all loose. I need to vacuum it up, but my dust buster ran out of battery just as I did that. That was just before this video, and so when it's all charged up again, I'll vacuum that all up and paint it in and do all this kind of stuff, because it will be rodding eventually going to the signal. Coming further round, we'll now have just a little bit more along there, a little flat bit next to the tracks, because I think it actually does look quite nice, especially once there'll be when there'll be a wash over it to make it all blend in. I've actually done that down the middle of the tracks here just to break it up a bit, give a bit more depth, probably add a few more static grass tufts and bits and pieces. I don't want it to be too cluttered, but if you get what I mean. I've also installed this wee whistle board, which was just a Hornby one, which I took to with a twink pen and just painted it white, and yeah, it actually looks pretty good. I've also done some more static grass work on this hill with my homemade static grass applicator. This is Fala static grass, I think that's how you pronounce it, Fala. It's like a European brand, and they make all sorts of European models ranging from buildings to static grass trees, static grass mats. So they are like the Hornby for Europe, if that makes sense. Also what I've done is I've changed it so that there's like a bit of a transition between being gravel to like a tarmac type stuff here. The transition isn't that subtle, but it doesn't look too bad, to be honest. Probably looks worse on camera, to be honest with you. But yeah, no, that's not bad. I mean, it looks pretty good, I reckon. I've also just, you know, added some more static grass tufts just to sort of make it look like there's some kind of little path that goes across the tracks there, just to sort of, again, add more eye candy, but don't make anything too cluttered. That's right, this wall here, I've now added this wall, which is a Wills kit, and got this for about $10 off Trade Me, which is a New Zealand version of eBay basically, and it just goes along there, and I've added like a wee Pico bus stop and some Mech Health advertising, just little ads there, posters. So anyway, I think that's just about all I've got to say for now. Hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next layout update or in any other video that I do between then and now. So thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment for more, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.